remember correctly, we couldn't fix that. So... a lot of running around. Back and forth. Hoorah. Okay, so when you're in the middle, you can go to either one. But when you're on one side, you can only go to the middle. It's a little bit like Mass Effect 1, where you had to be at a certain point to move around.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
But the planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both. Life is infinitely adaptable, as our expedition proves.
Engineering reports. Hyperion power draw is
I
now
keep
at
thinking it
100%.
says Hank, but it's not. Hirik.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Hirik, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Eric's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
You know, for Solarian, because their eyes are so dark, I wonder if
Assembly
they've...
crew should report to the docking area at once.
Pathfinder,
No, they have, like...
we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Don't give up hope. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Tram technicians, please report to the Hyperion coupling annex.
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
Yeah, I mean... I'm gonna be out there scanning shit anyways, might as
What
well.
conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Yeah,
Engineering reports. Hyperion
you have
power
unused
draw
research
is now
data.
at
Go to the
100%.
research station to unlock new projects. Lucan.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Access the terminal. Which terminal?
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
I know she's not following, but I feel like she's... You mean the one that's sparking? Final proposal, Professor Hirik et al. Since we are, by definition, invasive species in Andromeda, our inevitable footprint must be laid carefully, and we must preserve anything we replace. Helix Cluster presents an unexpected challenge. We arrived with seed archives and DNA banks to ensure preservatives of the biodiversity of the Milky Way, but this cluster is scarred by the Scourge. Its unique flora and fauna are threatened by its turbulence. Patch notes. Streamline interface with Omni tool. Tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminum. What? Oh, aluminum and aluminium. Smart. Oh man, I wonder if it's just us that has that problem. Like, is it just humans that do that, or are there other words in like Turian and native Turian and native like Solarian and Krogan that they have the same thing? Haptic interface no longer defaults to transparent. Also resolves GSV 2027. Haptic interface not found. Customization SAM handshake protocols.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Oh, it's getting a little like-alicious here. They are... Okay, so that's planet. These three are planet sides. This one, if I remember correctly, we had to go to planet side anyways, because we had to go get the body. Okay, yeah, this isn't, no, we need to go out and do stuff. Okay. Because I get the feeling we won't actually be able to go out until we talk to Sam.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Yeah, see, what the hell is that?
Engineering update. We are working on...
Yeah, we need to talk to Sam, because we got the quests, but everything is not on station. Everything is on a planet somewhere or something like that. Oops. Excuse me. Just a blob. It reminds me of Vigil from Mass Effect 1. The corrupted, or mostly half corrupted, half powered down VI from when you're in the...
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to
Catalog.
Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
I don't understand the need for secrecy.
Your father felt it was for the best.
What was he trying to hide?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's... me, now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious, like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI.
I
so
do.
What's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Yeah, you're freaking Cortana or Skynet.
Okay, well, just as long as it doesn't hurt.
The only pain is that which life provides. As I've discovered, this can be a lesson in itself.
It's one I'd rather avoid.
Same.
So where do we go from here?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Oh. Profiles allow Sam to reconfigure Ryder's implant for superior battlefield performance. Select a profile and press space to activate it. 6 skill points invested in combat. And tech. Biotics. 12 skill points invested in biotics and tech. Yeah, because between the two of them, I do have 12. Sentinels are unique combatants, bringing a mix of tech and biotic abilities to the battlefield. This profile creates a direct link between Ryder's implants and her armor's built-in computer systems, granting her additional protection via flash-forged shielding. So, like the glow shields from, what do you call it? Before. Vanguards have an aggressive combat style, preferring to close in on enemies and deal heavy damage at short range. This profile configuration reconfigures Ryder's implants and psychology in subtle ways, allowing her to absorb energy from enemies on impact and shunt the energy into reinforcing her shields. Bonus, 20% melee damage. Oh shit, that's a big bonus. 20% melee damage, 50% melee force. May the force be with you. It's not how the force works. 10% biotic recharge speed, 20% power shield cost reduction, 10% max shield, siphoning strike, melee attacks restore shields. Cool. Biotic jump and evades. Instead of a jump pack, use biotics to jump and evade. Shit, nice. What does Sentinel get? 15% all combo damage, 10% tech recharge, tech speed, recharge speed, 20% power shield cost reduction, 20% power restoration and defense. Tech armor absorbs a significant amount of whatever damage gets past shields. Shit, son. 3 skill points each invested in combat and tech. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So it's keeping track of. It's actually the unlock requirements are actually tracking the basics. So in order to unlock soldier stuff, I need 6 points in combat, but that will also unlock infiltrator and explorer because I only need 2, which I'm assuming is actually due to the fact that I need it in that. I'm going to assume.